And a very good evening to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing really well this week and are surviving this ridiculous level of heat. So I do apologise if you can hear my fan in the background. I don't want to turn it into a horrible puddle of sludge. Anyway, enough of that. So we are at Spa. Last week, I didn't do the Simucube because about this time last week, I had just finished the 6 hours of Watkins Glen with John74, who I do believe should be just about finishing his endurance race he's running now as well. So it's all very close today. Anyway, right, so Spa. Week before the Spa 24 hours, I'm assuming a lot of people are taking this chance to get out on track. Because when I checked, there was over 2,500 people registered and over 2,000 teams registered. This one's going to be insane. And it's also going to be really close. So, let's quickly have a look at the entries. See if there's anyone we recognise. Is there anyone I recognise in this slot? No. So far. With the amount of racing I do for the Simucube Endurance, you'd think I'd recognise people. But I don't recognise a single team. So this is going to be interesting. We have got dry conditions all the way throughout. It's glorious weather at Spa. It's going to be great. One of the things that I am going to make very clear very quickly is with how many people are registered, it is going to be a extremely close grid. So how well can I do when we take our normal pit stop, pit launch, pit start? That's the words, Ian. Get your words out, buddy. You can do this. We start from the pits, as we always do. I'm not even going to go out and qualify, because I really don't see there being any point this week. I have spent absolutely no time setting the car up for qualifying, because normally I do that midweek after I've got the car feeling relatively good. However, this week, Tuesday, the car felt great. Wednesday, it felt awful. And that is because iRacing decided to do a balance of power update and then didn't actually detail the balance of power update that they had done. So I then spent Wednesday and Thursday chasing the setup, which meant I've spent no time getting the car set up for qualifying, so I'm not going to bother. Normally I would have maybe took the car out for a spin just so you can see me on track. However, not today. I do apologise, because I haven't had time to do it, and I don't want to make myself look a complete and utter tit. So, what I will, however, do, because we do have our baseline on, we're going to put our favourite superhuman secret squirrel on. I'm going to jump into the garage. I'm going to go to my setups, and I'm going to go to the Garage 61 Damien Cross Falcons, Vipers and Scorpions folder, which, if you are a member of Damien Cross's community, and you are a member of the Falcons, the Vipers or the Scorpions team, you will have access to every setup that I use throughout the season. It's like this nice, warm, comfy little bonus that I guarantee you nobody uses. Well, maybe some people use it, I don't know. But I certainly do. And yeah. So, other than that, there isn't much time left in qualifying. So we are just going to enjoy this last bit of peace and quiet before we get out onto the track. And with this being the endurance layout, the pits, my God, the pits, they are so long. You've either got a pit stop, your pit box is either in the top section, and you get to your pits quite quickly, but then have a long drive on your exit, or you have a long drive to your pit box and not too bad of an exit. However, the exit, if you've never used the endurance layout, is on the exit of Eau Rouge as you come onto the Camel Straight. Yeah. So, I would not be surprised if there isn't a few accidents with people coming out the pits. Turn 1 at Spa is about as notorious as Turn 1 at Monza. So I'm expecting chaos there. I'm expecting chaos in Blanchimont, Pouin, while the cars are cold, while the tyres are cold, because there's very little grip there. So all we can hope is that everyone behaves for the first couple of laps, and in reality we can just settle in and get on with things. And see where we can climb back up to. I'm hoping, as always, we can get into the top 10. Which would be absolutely insane, considering that would be something in the region of about... it would be in the region of something like 58 cars I'd be having to... 48 cars I'd be having to pass. Hello Steve, how are you this evening? Right, if you're after tips for in prep for tomorrow's 6 PM slot, what I will say is this session, when I last looked just before it was about to start, had, just give me a minute because I took a picture because I knew I would want to give this information out. So, at the point of registering, there was, after all the registering and everything, there was 2,695 drivers and 2,155 teams registered for this event tonight. So, the first tip I can probably give you, Steve, is expect your sessions to be very close splits, because that amount of people, there's not going to be all that much in the way of variance, which sometimes may be good, sometimes maybe not so good. But hopefully what that does mean is you won't have a random 0.8k driver or 0.4k driver in a split with a 3k secondary driver. Yeah, it was extremely popular this evening, and I think the main reason behind it is next weekend is the Spa 24 hours. So what my assumption is, just as I remember I needed to do something, I'll keep talking. What my assumption is that a lot of teams are using it as practice for the Spa 24 next week. That's my thoughts on it. and I wouldn't blame them if that's what they was doing. But yeah, it was. I don't think I have ever seen, for like a normal weekly event, that many people. I've seen it for like the special events, but I've never seen it for a weekly recurring event. That many people. It's kind of intimidating, to be honest. But then, GT3s, Spa, it's going to be very popular. Especially as there's no rain. And from what I'm seeing, in the world of the internet, there is also no rain scheduled over the entirety of the Spa 24 hours. I mean, that is massively different compared to the Spa 24 hours I did last year. Well, we had quite a bit of rain. And to top it off, it was also the first time I had raced in the rain. Yeah, so there is an entire 60 people in this split. And I can't see anybody else in the pits. Which probably means, in reality, I will be starting this race flat bang P60. Which is crazy to me. It really is. In regards to changes in BOP, I don't know what that was, because I have not seen it documented. But one of the things I have noticed, there's somebody else starting from the pits. What I have noticed is I do have less fuel on board. So they've definitely reduced the amount of fuel I can carry. And with the way it affected my suspension setup, I would also say, to counteract that, they have also stuck a load of weight back into the car.
Each car is in.
So, as always, Steve, my tip is start from the pits.
Green flag, green flag.
Thank you very much, Steve. I feel like I'm going to need it. And I have got such a long way to go to actually exit the pits. Because, yeah, we've got the endurance pits on this week.
Dude, I'm right next to you. Come on.
So, you look at how
The
long
time you actually leave the space.
this is going to actually take me to get out of the pits. This is insane. They're already about to go through poo on, and we haven't even got out the pits yet. It's ridiculous. My word.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
And people don't sound happy already. Which, I suppose for us is a good thing, because that means freebies.
Five, stop blocking. Fuck's sake.
So there's already meatballs I can see. The other thing I will say, Steve, is it is a very hot track. We're up in the 40 degrees when we're starting this. So just keep that in mind.
I'm sorry, that was probably my fault. Whoever I tried to tag lately.
And this opening lap has just been vile. There's been absolutely no grip. I know the new tyre model isn't good for giving you grip on the opening lap at the best of times, but in this heat as well, it's just been hard work, especially with corners with so much load in them. I do wonder if this would have, however much I don't want to say, I do wonder with the amount of work I've got to do because of the length of the pits, would I have been better starting from the back? Most likely. However, where would be the fun in that? And it wouldn't be me being Garage 74 if I didn't do it this way.
Is everybody else's lobby freaking out?
The big thing is we need to get through the first few laps. Even if that means taking it a little bit easy through like Eau Rouge, where we know normally we can do it flat. But we're in for a long event. And one of the big keys is going to be patience. Well, there's my first off track. Could I have prevented it? Probably. Have I got an 8-second gap either side of me? Yes. Am I in a rush? No.
Bro, what are you talking about? I passed you clean, and then you killed me 2 turns later. How is any of that my fault?
Some very unhappy people.
Thank you for the threat, Hugo. I already said sorry. You moved under braking, kinda. Like, I just couldn't get out of there in time. I don't know what you're so mad about.
I didn't really want to double shift then, however, it happened. We'll deal with it.
The car in T1. Just hit the fastest left. 80.533.
Yeah, again, brother, I feel like you're taking this a little bit too hard here. It was the lightest of touches because you tried to close the corner up on me and I put back out of stop. Like, literally tried to avoid you because you started turning in on me, and that's what happened. Like, I already apologize. I don't know what else you want me to do.
I mean, he's got a valid point. He's apologised. What else can he do? This first split, guys, is going to be quiet. We have to understand that this first one is going to be quiet. A little deep there. Lost a little bit of time in the final corner, but hey.
0.916. 75 left of the session.
We're up into P49, so we haven't done too badly out of the freebies so far. Still a long way to go. What car are you thinking of using, Steve? That's going to cost me some time having to come out the throttle then. It's fine, it's fine.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 7.5 seconds.
He says this, however at the start of the lap it was 8 seconds, so actually over the course of the lap I have been gaining and keeping in place. And I will say you can use that outside sausage curb at T1 with the new model. You can use it. Don't be afraid of it. Porsche. You know what? I've never actually used it. I own it, never used it. They said you cut the curse. Yep.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 8 seconds.
Oh, just not getting the chicane right at the minute.
20.222.
Yeah, that's something I'm forever doing. And it'll be, I'll have that moment where I go, okay, why am I all of a sudden losing so much lap time? They say you cut the curse. Yeah. To be honest, it's about time I started adjusting my brake balance as well.
The lead did up 19.135. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 8.1 seconds.
Makes sense. I haven't even used it in the pork platter. I wasn't able to. I was working.
9.5 seconds. The car in front is pitting.
I've owned it. I've done like 4 or 5 laps in it. Just
20.5.
never raced it.
5.
Not having a great start to the lap. Oh well, this is going to be one of them ones where we just got to focus through this first stint. Trying to think which other race we had which was going to started very much the same as this last season in the Corvette. I can't think which one it was. But there was another one where it was going to be very much the same, where that first stint, it's just, yeah, you just got to put up with what gets thrown your way and wait for the race to start coming back to you. It's going to be one of them. Oh, car got a little bit of a twitch. Quit your jabba jabba. I think one of the best tips I can give though, Steve, and keep it to yourself. Eau Rouge, there's some trees, and as you come up Eau Rouge, you'll see the trees. Target the second set of trees, and you'll be just fine. I'll see if I can point it out this time round.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 8.7 seconds.
it happens that quickly, I may not be able to really highlight it. So, Eau Rouge, use that green curb, and as you come up, you'll see the tops of the trees, and you aim for the second set of trees. So it's the one which is, yeah, it'll make sense when you look at it yourself. Yeah. Have a look at it when you're racing yourself. It'll make sense when you're actually doing it. But yeah, you'll see the trees as you're coming up Eau Rouge. And there's 2 groups of 2. And you aim for the second group of 2 and you'll just be fine. Yellow flag. Yeah. Can confirm.
On the car in front, the gap is 2 seconds.
If I could pause and highlight it for you, Steve, I would.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 9.1 seconds. That was your fastest lap of the session. The car behind is pitting.
So that was the third set. They're in like 2s. But if you, as you come over, if you aim for the second set, you should be able to get up Eau Rouge without getting the off track. And I know it doesn't help you, but I'm kind of pointing at my screen as I'm doing it. I love that no name is actually the name for the no name corner nowadays. So where are we? We're 42, 40 seconds. We're slowly making our way up. Mainly on the back of other people's mistakes at the moment. But we are running quicker than people around us, which is positive. That's what we like. Don't ask me. I have no idea how I managed to survive that.
23.32.
What I can confirm is brown. I'm going to have to be careful for a couple of laps now, because them tyres are going to be toasty after that. Yeah, it was all on purpose to try to add a bit of excitement, Steve. What I will say though, Steve, is if you do have one of them moments, you do not want I've had a couple of them, unfortunately, throughout the week. And best thing you can do, no inputs. Reduce your inputs. Just let the car come round for you. You're a passenger, so you might as well let the car do what a car's trying to do and face the right direction. One of my because when I do my thumbnails for the stream, I take maybe 3 or 4 different pictures, and one of the thumbnail pictures was actually me mid one of them 360 spins. But I decided that was tempting fate far too much. I can start looking to try to increase the pace again a little bit now after I've gave the tyres a little bit of room to breathe on that previous lap. A lot past rights there. Just snapped. I really don't know what's changed through there. I do. It's actually cooler than it's been in practice all week. So I think that's affecting the rear tyres. Or it's just me being bad. Oh, this is going to be horrible. 7X already. Wow.
The lead consider 18.671.
I think the biggest tips I can give you for your attempt tomorrow, Steve, is don't do what Ian does. Apparently, that's the tip for tonight. Right.
Thank you.
Anyway. Now, we need to settle. We need to have got all our little mistakes out the way early doors.
Blue flag, Jacoby. Thank you, man.
And let's just get on with it now, I guess.
The car in front is spinning. 20.472. The car behind is spinning.
There we go. That was better. Now, if I can do more of this.
The car in P1, just hit the fastest lap, 18.426.
Oh, come on. Why is it?
Then you cut the clock.
It just twitched. Right. Need to relax, calm down, and settle. Breathe, Ian. Breathe.
8.31. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 7.1 seconds.
Better. No twitching. Better, thank you.
Car behind. The gap is 8.4 seconds. That was your fastest lap of the session.
That was better. That was more like the real Ian. Not this poor imposter who's been floating around for the start of this race.
Pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 8.3 seconds.
Oh yeah, he's missing quite a lot at the front of his car. Yeah, can confirm.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 0.2 seconds.
That's us up only 19 places so far. We're doing okay. "19 places and a 360. We're doing quite well. Oof, a lot of understeer then.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3.6 seconds. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Pardon me.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 8 seconds. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 8 seconds. Point 3, 7, 9.
Five laps.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Oh, this is for position as well then, okay.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 7.5 seconds.
She had a twitch, but I saved it this time.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
19.0. That's not bad. And we're what now? 24 places up. And looking at that, I was about one of the fastest people on track that lap. And we're up to P33. I've got 7 seconds to the next car. So nothing I can do about him on this stint.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 5 seconds. The car in front is pitting. 19.27.
2 laps. T1 didn't go particularly well that time round. We are in the pit cycle, so I expect us to cycle back a little bit. Ooh, lots of understeer. And Ian doesn't like understeer.
We're almost out of fuel. It might not make it to the end.
We will be pitting at the end of the next lap.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 6.8 seconds.
I expect it to be quite a busy pit because I think everyone's basically pitting on the same lap.
19.527.
Sorry, I'm not talking all that much, but I'm
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
desperately concentrating at the moment.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 9.7 seconds. Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel. Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. That's it, go.
Right. It was an exciting stint, Steve. I didn't really want it to be quite that exciting, I'll be honest.
That's it, go.
Oh, lack of grip. And you can feel it as well. The car's big and heavy now. Oof. We will have a look once we've stabilised a little bit at how the tyre wear was, because I'll be interested to know, just in case there's a small stint at the end. Okay. $75 on the inside was the worst, okay. So in reality, if we do need a small stint at the end, you don't want to be taking tyres, because there's enough tyre life there for an additional bit of, for a short stint. Okay, P39. We didn't do too bad out of where we cycled out of the pits.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 8.3 seconds. Leaders pitting now. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 9.9 seconds.
I think it was okay once I got back into my pattern, Steve. Once we got back into the rhythm of it after the bad few laps, then it was okay. Back up to P33.
Slow car ahead.
Yellow flag.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.7 seconds.
Oh, that's for position. Oh, okay. I didn't realise.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 4.6 seconds.
I think what you'll also agree on, Steve, is no more 360s allowed, no? Even if it's for the fans. Bjorn Hellwich, he'll know. I'm there. Really? That was an off track?
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 8.2 seconds.
Oh, I've gone deep. That'll give him a bit of a breathing room. But after our first stint, we've came back out. Way up there's a bumper. Not mine, but someone's. We've came out in P31, so good progress over that first stint. So we've got a few cars for position in front of us now.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.4 seconds.
But we also know we are going to be sensible. And I'm assuming, as this Mercedes broke in a place where you don't normally brake, it was his bumper we found on Eau Rouge. Whee!
Clear on the right.
Yes. That was scary. And that is us up to P30.
20.986. The car behind is pitting.
And if Oda Kalodia, who's 2 seconds behind us and a little bit down on us, wants to pass me, as it's not for position, more than welcome, my dude. I don't fight when I don't need to fight. What you saw was I was very quick towards the end of the stint, so that's what we'll be aiming to do again. And maybe if this time round we can avoid the 360s, that would be huge. And again, what I am doing is driving within myself, so I have a safety margin, so I am not pushing.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 9.7 seconds. You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 9.7 seconds.
Little mistakes. See if it's time to go back a click or two.
The leader consider 20.269.
And the most important part of the race has now been achieved. We are now positive for iRacing.
.933.
No, you have to adjust your own brake balance. Same for any changes you make to your ABS or traction control during the stint. None of it resets, which is why what you saw me doing on the last pit, as soon as we got into the pits, I was already adjusting my brake balance to where I wanted it for the start of the stint. So that's why when you watch me and John doing a team event, one of the things we'll remind each other of is have you set the car up how you want it.
The car in P76 just set the fastest lap. Exit .285.
Because as you can see, I run with very little ABS and traction control. They're all in the tow now, so they're helping each other. For now. But you wait till one of them makes a mistake. Because that's a group, you can see. 5 cars all for position.
Should have done that without contact, mate.
In a line.
Gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.4 seconds.
Remembering as we was coming down the Camel Straight, that was 3.6. That is what we call a gaggle of cars. As we arrive at the back of the pack.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Dude, what was that? Come on.
Holy crap.
If you could just give a position back. Come on.
Left side. Still left. Stay on the right. Clear. Left side. Clear. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 3.3 seconds. 23.3 seconds.
I know it's not much, but I might as well get a little bit of fuel saving in while I can.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I made a mistake. I'll let him go. I'm not fighting it.
Slow car ahead.
Yeah, he was pushing a lot.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 7.5 seconds.
This group is really slowing me down.
Car on the right. Hold your line. 20.823. Stay on the left. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
That was
Car behind.
a thing that happened.
The leader just did a 20.261. Right side. Still left. Clear on the right.
it just shows how much he was slowing me down, because I'd been stuck behind him doing 21s. As soon as I clear him, I'm back down into the 19s.
Car on the left. Still there. Clear.
Oh, car was fighting me then. Probably too far back on Ryan Wallace to do anything this lap. Ryan, you need to be careful brake checking people like that, buddy.
5, 7.
Good Ian. No damage, I hope.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Danny. I had to get out of Ryan's way.
Nothing you can do about it, mate. All good.
Thank you. I don't think I'm close enough to do anything this lap, but we know he's going to be dangerous here. either the Lamborghini is an absolute pig or he's purposely slowing it down in the corners like that. Done it again.
Car on the right. Clear.
Thank you, man. Just after the here. Appreciate it. Good luck catching up. That's good, you know, good putting on it.
I am tempted to let Ode behind me go at Wally because I'm getting fed up of being brake checked.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear on the left. The lead did up 18.951. Car on the left. Clear. Right side. Hold your line.
Stop fucking brake checking people, Ryan.
Clear on the right.
He's absolutely awful for it. I'm tempted to put in a complaint about him to the service. had to in the end, Steve. I had to do something different to unsettle him because I was fed up of being brake checked in every corner. And this guy's fighting like this, and it's not even for position. What is going on with the car at the minute? I think I just need to get back into my rhythm again after that.
Two left.
Thank you, guys.
The car in speed, 8, just hit the fastest lap, 80.257. Right side. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Hold your line. Clear.
When did he pit? A lap after me? Something like that. Vortex Motorsports green.
Car on the right. Your left. on the right. The car in C34, just hit the fastest lap, 86.23.
It's been a very fighty and feisty group, hasn't it? Woo! 2 laps.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.2 seconds.
Oh no. Let's not do that again.
There's an infinite ahead.
Oh!
Got a slow car on the right. Go left. 90.498. The car in front is pitting. We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end.
I'm kind of glad I did miss my braking for that one because I wasn't anywhere near it when it happened. But really, do we need to deal with this O'Day guy again?
0.998.
He's 18 places behind us, and he just keeps on fighting. I mean, I get it, he wants to have a race, but... Wow. Come on, Ian.
Right side. Clear. 90.985. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
I certainly do.
Car on the right. Keep to the left. Hold your line. Clear on the right. fastest lap. 86.117. You're gaining on the car in front. The gap is 8.6 seconds.
Hey, Damo. How are you, buddy? You finished watching the football? Oh no, I'm pitting this lap, so no need to do anything silly, right?
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel. Left side. The car in front is pitting. Right side. Clear on the right. Pit boxing. 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Oh yeah, you would have had a far more interesting watch with this. This has been a thing.
Leaders pitting now.
This one has been a thing. Oh yeah.
That's it, go.
All I'm going to say, Damo, is how. As Steve can probably attest. Came in to try to get some tips for his attempt tomorrow. What? I'm not sure what he's learned. Oh yeah, it's made for great YouTube content. It hasn't been great for my heart. We've been brake checked going up into Eau Rouge. Oh, we've had all sorts tonight. What else have we had? We've been brake checked in Rivage. Name a corner, we've probably been brake checked in it. It's been one of them evenings.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 4.1 seconds.
I am not going to fight the leader. Oh, come on. No, is the answer to that. we're going to need to either save about 8 litres on this stint, and then we can go to the end. Or we're going to have to stop and take a very quick pit. Ideally, we want to try to save that bit of fuel, but we would need to save 2 whole laps of fuel in one stint. Yeah, there isn't a quick pit at Spa Endurance. I'm going to try. At the minute, I need about 7 litres of fuel.
Car on the right. Clear.
I mean, his was a cracking catch, but my God, this is the sort of racing we've had tonight. It's been fun, because they've been, apart from being brake checks, they've been quite a good, clean route, but my God.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 7.7 seconds. The car in front is pitting. On the car in front. The gap is
Ah, it's Danny again.
Seconds.
Me and Danny have had some fun tonight. We're probably both thinking about reporting the same guy for being brake checked.
Gaining on the car in front. The gap is 1.3 seconds. 20.028.
6 litres I still need to save.
The leader did at 19.674 seconds.
So that's a lap and a half we still need to save in fuel.
Car in C, just at the fastest lap, 8.097 seconds.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'd still prefer that than having to stop again.
Restart. Clear. Car on the right. Clear. Car on the right. Keep to the left.
I can't fight these like this.
892. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
I know what he wants. But I can't fight these pair like this. But I also know I've got the leader 11 seconds behind me.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 1.3 seconds.
I'm down to 3 litres I need to save currently. And with the leader 11 seconds behind me, if I can get the leader past me, I should be in a window where I just have to monitor my fuel, not be actively saving. Which means that I can at least race then. Oh, I hope the leader doesn't bin it. But the leader's been really weird because it was a 3.1k driver at one point. Which, when most of us in this split is a 2.1k, is really quite strange. Back up to 6. Leader's 10 seconds down now. Lapping about 1.4 quicker than I am at the minute. So yeah, we should, at this pace we can get him through. I was going to put my name into the hat for that, and then I was like, well, maybe not. It will be a strange team. I mean,
90.716.
I don't think I can rope John into that one, I'm afraid. Otherwise, I probably would. I think Mrs. John will be back from her holidays by then. He left that then. I'm tempted to let this Stewart by, because however much I don't want to give up a place at the moment,
you.
Car on the right. Clear.
It's kind of what I was thinking as well.
0.
That's why I wasn't fighting him all that much. And I am very clearly, very heavily fuel saving at the minute.
The car behind is pitting.
The leader needs to be going quicker, not slower than me. Four and a half litres. I don't like that I'm lapping quicker than the leader. That's worrying me. I'm not quite sure what I could have done then. I was already stopped. Yeah, but this is what's annoying, Damo. I don't know what I could have done then. No. That one was such a low speed, Chris. It's done no damage to me. But I'm about to get a penalty if I do it again. Although, would a penalty be the worst thing at the minute? Yes. Maybe. Yes. So can I fuel save and complete this stint without getting a single X? It depends how many more BMWs I've got to, when I'm basically parked. Yeah. But, Damo, answer me this. Is there anything I could have done then? Because that feels really unfair on me to get a 4X there when I was basically parked trying to avoid him.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 3.8 seconds.
I've tried. I mean, it doesn't change the fact, does it? So nothing I can do about it. Yeah, not going too bad, Russ. Yeah, it's been one of them races. I would highly recommend watching the VOD. It's the moral of the story for this week, I think. Yeah, it's been one of them. It really has. Yeah. We are watching fuel in X's. That's what we're doing. You'd be surprised, Russ. The issue is, normally the pits aren't too bad. Here, the pits are like an hour. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
The car behind is pitting.
And in reality, we really didn't want to take a pit stop for 2 laps of fuel. And what's annoying is one of the things in the bar, they've changed the amount of fuel the car carries. Now, the difference in what the car would have carried across the race, I wouldn't have needed to do this. I could have raced straight to the end. Need to save more, Ian. .8 seconds. I'm almost tempted to park it for 2.8 seconds. Oh, but I can't. .1, and it's P1, 2 and 3 all in a little group. So tempted.
The leader is coming up on you. They're not at height.
You know what? I'm going to get this done and out of the way.
The car in P33 just set the fastest lap. 17.872.
Right, so the car behind me is fueled to the end of the race, I believe. Yes. He pitted 4 laps ago.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. The lead did us 19.1.
That's annoyed me.
24.1.
But I couldn't fight it because I couldn't have him touch me. I don't think I can do this. I think I'm going to have to take that extra stop.
The car in P6 just hit the fastest lap. 17.842.
Yeah. Which is what's causing me so much stress. Because I've got... We're on lap 66 or 75. There's no way I can do this, guys. I'm gonna...
.0.
67 or 75.
Car 24 has taken the lead.
On lap 67 currently. And we've got 33 litres of fuel on board. We use 4 litres. We're using about 4.15. Well, use the average, 4.19 litres of fuel a lap.
22.3.
7.7 on the line.
The car in front is speeding. The car behind is pitting.
So we're on lap 68 to 75.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 4.7 seconds.
I wonder why, because I'm having to drive the way I am.
The car in front is pitting. 22.39. The car behind is pitting.
So I just need to keep driving like this, right?
Vamos, cara, vamos, cara.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 6.5 seconds.
And I'm going to lose a load of places because I can't fight. because they pitted after me.
At 57, Benjamin, I'm boxing.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 9.2 seconds. Leaders pitting now. Car on the right. Clear on the right. You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
I feel like the leader has just screwed me over.
Going well, keep at it. The leader just did up 19.347. Car 76 has taken the lead. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 1.6 seconds. 23.009.
Check it, Gilhern.
Right side. Clear on the right. The car in front is pitting. 22.982. The car in P2, just at the fastest lap, 70.811. Clear. Car on the right. Clear. Car on the left. Clear on the left. We're almost out of fuel. We might not make it to the end. lap, 70.623. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 6.5 seconds. Right side, 30.323. Clear. Right side. Clear on the right.
Thank you, Ian.
Yeah, no worries. I'm saving fuel because I don't know if I could actually get to the end, so this is more stressful than it looks.
I just did my slash and dash, so straight now.
I wish I had flash and dashed.
I fought too hard on the first stint. I didn't realize that you had to save a lap on every stint to make it to the end without the flash, but we'll know for the future, right?
Yeah, we certainly will.
Yeah, same for me, 1 lap short at the end.
Yeah, luckily I flew in on my second stint, so I was able to start pushing pretty early, but still GG to the 17. I think he's nailed the shot there.
I mean, I've got less than a lap worth of fuel on board now, and I don't know what I can do.
Let the leader pass you and then finish the line behind him.
Yeah, I've got a black flag as well now, so yeah.
Yeah, just like pull over somewhere and let the leader pass you, and then cross the line behind him, but enter the pits, then it'll count as serving.
Good idea.
You're losing on the car in front. The gap is 5.4 seconds. The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 4.8 seconds. Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel. White flag, 1 more lap to go.
Yeah, I'm aware, Damo. But I'm going to sit here, let the number 1 come through, and then I'll start driving down the pits because there's nothing else I can do at this point. This is heartbreaking. There's nothing I can do.
Pit box in 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
I didn't hear what you said there, Guillaume, or yeah, I think that's how you say your name, but great race, man. That was fun battle. Good job. And good win to the 17. Well done.
Thank you guys, good race.
Did someone run out of fuel going out of the bus stop? Because I did tap somebody.
I should have took the fuel. I should have followed my gut and took the fuel.
The car behind is pitting.
Yep. And at that point, I should have pitted. I've now got the checkered flag.
There's the flag, it's over.
At
Get
least,
it next time.
that's not how I like to finish races. Did not enjoy that. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I cross the line, because at least I get to cross the finish line. That's heartbreaking. Results. There you go, Steve. You know not what to do. That's what you've learnt out of that one. Don't do what I did. P25. At least I'm still positive on my iRacing, so we'll take a silver lining where I can find one. So we'll take that silver lining. Still hurts though. What have I got next week? Fuji. Yay. You can feel the excitement. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head off because that one's hurt. And that one's going to take a bit of time to get over. Don't tempt me at this point. Right, everyone, you all take care. As always, you've all been a lot of fun. You've kept me going. So, thank you very much. And I will see you next week. And we'll see if we can get a better result out of the next one. So until then, take it nice and easy. And I'll see you next week. And when I can find my stop button,